Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is part of the group collaboration. I will talk more about it a little bit later, but right now we're going to start crafting. DIY number 1. For this project, I'm going to be using this large Dollar Tree egg sign. I'm going to actually use the back side of it. I am sanding with the sanding block just a little bit the edges, and then I'm going to take my Rust-Oleum chalk paint in linen white color, and I will give it a very good coverage. And after that, when it's dry, I'm taking this Martha Stewart chalk paint in color clay, and I am taking the Dollar Tree chippy brush, and I am distressing it. I wanted the edges especially to be distressed, but I also wanted it to be visible throughout the sign. Now I cut out this K letter from the cardboard. I did not have a stencil with the letter K this size, so I just created my own. I traced it with a pencil, and then I'm taking this Waverly chalk paint in color moss and my brush, and I am going to fill it out. First I started around the edges, and I went pretty slow. Of course I fast forwarded over here, but I wanted to be careful, and I wanted to make sure I didn't really go over the edges as much. When I was done filling this out, I actually took Waverly chalk paint in a color celery, and I wanted to just kind of enhanced some parts of it a little bit, but for some reason this previous color, the darker, the moss color, soaked this one in, so it wasn't really visible as much. So I took my chippy brush and that white color that I used previously, and I just went over it, dry brushed it, and then I went back with the clay color and dry brushed it as well, and that gave me beautiful distressed letter K that I wanted. Now I'm taking these stems of tulips. Tulips are my most favorite flower for spring, and I got them at Walmart, I believe. They were very inexpensive, 99 cents a bunch, and I took only 4 buds, and I am actually going to hot glue them. I alternated the colors on a kind of bottom left corner of my sign, and then I'm just adding the greenery from the same pick wherever I think it's needed. After that, I am taking these 2 burlap ribbons. One is in a gray color and one in a white. A gray one I cut out longer, and a white one shorter. Both of them I will actually fold in towards the middle, and I hot glue the middle part like I'm showing over here. And then I will put the white one on top of the gray one, and I will pinch it in the middle and tie it with the white twine in the middle. I tied a knot in the back and cut it off. That's going to be my bow, and I am going to position it under this bunch, kind of sideways on the bottom of the sign. Next, I'm taking this white jute twine, and I'm just using 4 strings, and I am pushing them through that hole on the top and tying a knot. And after that, this project is complete. I absolutely love this project. I think it's very, very simple, very me, but with a little pop of color, and I just love how it turned out. It can be perfect for the front door for this spring. I want to hear from you. What do you think? And now let me tell you about this collaboration. My friend Liyana over at Liyana DIY got us all together to collaborate and create some Easter decor. Every time we collaborate, we have a different host guest. And this month, host guest is Nicole over at the Week's Nest. I love all of these ladies, and I'm gonna definitely have a link in the description box, their channels, and also the playlist, so you can go ahead and check out everybody's videos and get some great inspiration. Again, don't forget to check out the playlist and the links in the description box. DIY number 2. For this project, I'm going to be using this crate that came from the Dollar Tree. I already previously used it, and you saw it is painted, and I'm using this mat. It is a placemat that came also from the Dollar Tree. First, I'm going to measure how much I need to cut. to be able to cover the sides of this crate. So I cut out 2 strips. That's going to be enough to cover sides of this crate. After that, I'm using this clay chalk paint by Martha Stewart, and I am actually painting only the top part of the crate and the insides. The whole insides is painted in this color. Now it's time to hot glue these strips of placemat. I am starting first at the corner, and I am going all the way around, adding a hot glue a little bit. This does bleed a hot glue a little bit, so be careful. It can be hot for your fingers. If you're not used to it, make sure to use protectors. And this was very, very easy to make. I just wanted to add something to this crate. I really, really like the texture of this placemat. Next, I'm taking this same clay color, and I am dry brushing on this placemat, and after that I'm doing the same thing with my white chalk paint. I wanted to kind of diffuse that shine on it, and after that, that's it. This was super easy and simple project, and I think it's perfect for anything that you want to put in it, flowers, or in this case I put these carrots because it is a Easter season. Tell me what you think about this one. If you're new, if you're coming from this playlist, welcome. I'm Yelena, stay-at-home mom of 2 kids. I love crafting and doing DIY projects, and everything that I do is on a budget, and I do it mostly in a rustic and farmhouse style. If you're interested in watching other videos, please stick around and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. If you're on social media, I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Come say hi to me. I would love to get to know you. Also, I want to remind you that my regular upload times are Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. But when I have some kind of collaboration or challenge going on, I am sometimes uploading at different times, and I'm going to let you know in advance in my community tab or Instagram. DIY number 3. For this project, I'm going to be using these orange beads in different sizes. They are from the Dollar Tree. And I am taking this wire that I had on hand, and I'm going to cut out 5 strips. Now I am just putting the beads on my wire. And you saw me over here, I actually separated them because I wanted them to go from the largest to the smallest. Now I'm taking 2 strands of this wire with the beads, and I'm going to tie the bottom so they don't fall, and then tie the top just a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to keep adding these strands, again making sure that the largest one is on top and smaller one on the bottom. When I was done with attaching all of them, I just wanted to make sure everything is nice and tight, and I made sure it kind of looks, it gets the shape of the carrot. And then I am actually tying the bottom. I'm using my pliers to help with it, and I am gonna add 2 more beads. First I'm adding 1 bead, and then I'm actually tying a little more of this wire, and then I am adding the last bead and adding a little bit of hot glue on the bottom. That is gonna keep it in place. Now I am twisting the wire that's on the top, and I am going to add this little piece of greenery that came from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just sticking it in. Honestly, it just falls right in, and added a little dab of hot glue, and that's going to keep it in place. Now when my mini carrot is done, I'm going to take my chippy brush and a Rust-Oleum chalk paint in a linen white color, and I'm going to distress it. I didn't want this bright orange color, but I wanted it to be just a little bit distressed. Now the good thing about this is because it is on a wire, you can shape it any way you want. You can make it a little bit, open, or a little bit smaller. It's totally up to you. But this is it for this project. I think it turned out super adorable, and it was so easy to make. Tell me what you think about this one. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I would love to have you. Please check out the description box for the playlist, and thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!